Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and Headbang Live, gbhblofficial for short. Reaction time as we're checking out the new track, one of two, right?
One of two, yeah.
One of two from Avatar, you know, the makeup guys that dance around and do silly things. Just like how bad of a description would that be to someone else?
Yeah.
You know? They act silly, look at the outfits.
Oh, the ones that did God Gave Rock and Roll to You.
That's them, absolutely. Been rolling since the 60s. No, it's Avatar, they're an amazing band. They're going strength to strength to strength over the last 5-6 years, maybe a little bit longer than that, but certainly in our world.
Yeah.
In our world. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're on tour at the moment, so we weren't really expecting new music from them. They dropped 2 new singles in space for a couple of days.
No excuse, man. In COVID, it should have been living at home for like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's strange. They went out. Well, actually, maybe it's not strange because it was timed. It's very well timed actually because they're on tour in America, and I think the whole theme of the tour is that they were going hunting, and the first single that came out was called "Going Hunting."
Right.
My understanding, I might be mistaken on this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right, is that this song, which we're going to look at, which is the second single that was released, which is called Barren Cloth Mother, is the title track of the soon-to-come new album. Because they have been busy in lockdown.
That is busy. That's unexpected.
I don't know how soon
album.
to come, but like I don't think I haven't seen any plans for it to be in that release this year, but maybe like first quarter of next year. And Barren Cloth Mother is the title track from it.
Just in time for festival season if they do that.
Yeah.
To be a headline at Woodstock.
So I've listened to them both. I'm a big fan of both. Going Hunting is probably the one that maybe most people who like Avatar will probably like the best because it's the one with the quirkiest parts. Whereas Barren Cloth Mother is a little bit more straight to the point.
Okay.
So I love it.
I haven't heard it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's do this. Blair. Do you love that? Yeah. Is he going to do it again? What did you do this time? It's very death metal. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks like an album cover. That little bit clean's weird.
Sounds far.
Maybe weird. You said this was straightforward. Those ew, ew. They're not exactly changing it up much, are they?
Yeah, it's very straightforward though, man. It's a bit like a blog or slut or something like that.
drums, man. Circle pit time? Nope.
Keep guessing.
It's going to erupt there, just go crazy.
Alpha and no, we hate you.
I suppose, I mean, if they're like, say you're a fan of Avatar's heavier side.
Yeah.
Although that'd be weird considering they've always been up and down in that part anyway. But if you were and you kind of needed reassurance that it was still a heavy band,
yeah,
this track certainly fits that, I think, more than anything else.
You wonder, like, because Going Hunting is more of their quirky edge.
Yeah.
It has heavy moments, don't get me wrong, but it's got like the kind of more, I don't know,
dancey.
Yeah, so like lots of more clean bits and like theatrics and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's nothing theatrical about this.
Day one, then Barren Cloth Mother and day two. You know, so it's almost like that. There's like two angles still.
Two sides of the coin, two faces.
I like it. It's simple, but it's effective. I like, you know, the fact that like it is still heavy. You know, that it's not like massively important to me because the thing is, they do what they want to do, but I think that's what they want to do. You know, so
yeah, because can't sit here and be like, I want Avatar to be heavy, and because that's certainly not the case. Because there's more than enough of the oddities that I like just as much.
Yeah. So you want them to just like do Avatar, man. Just be Avatar, and that to me is Avatar. The two different sides of it. You know, they when they want to be heavy, they're heavy. That's more the standard kind of why they sometimes get classed in the death metal sort of bracket. You know, it's certainly not standard death metal. Don't get me wrong, but that's why they sometimes get lumped in one bracket.
You got it's a weird one because as well you got those like little bits of clean where he's sort of speaking kind of thing, and I feel like they're there because otherwise it would just be that and that would be even shorter and probably quite boring.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're necessarily spectacular. Like they're not spectacular. The second one that was a bit longer had a bit more of a live feel. I could see that working live. Perhaps there's a bit of a sing along once you learn the lyrics.
It's got a nice solo. Solo's pretty good.
Yeah.
Two guitarists obviously, so making use of them. The drums as well. Actually, because sometimes like you get so lost in the guitars and the Johannes in Avatar, you kind of forget about the drums. But in the ending section in particular, the drums. I get like the double kind of kicking is getting fucking to ridiculous speeds. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's like it's a
good song.
It's another good. It's Avatar being Avatar, isn't it? You know, the album will be based on that as quirky and like mixed as we would expect it and want it to be.
And I'd argue as well, like if this is from an album, if this is from a full album, then I'd argue that this is probably likely to be nowhere as good as what we'll get elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? I've often found it with Avatar, some of their single releases.
Yeah,
and you're often the really strong stuff is elsewhere.
But also, like, there will sometimes, like, potentially with this album, I don't know enough about it yet, but Barren Cloth Mother, and then this song seems to be telling a story because it says stuff about her being eyeless, she's breathless, you know, this sort of stuff, about whether or not it's part of an overall concept. So, like, Going Hunting, my understanding, again, I may not be right, is Going Hunting has nothing to do with this album.
Yeah, just like a single
for the tour.
Yep.
And then this is a single for the album coming up.
If that's the case, it's a weird way to do it because you'd almost you're distracting immediately from one track or the other, you know?
Unless they're both ready to be played, and that's what they want to do, get out there. They're going to tour, they're going to release the album at the end of the tour, play the new songs on the tour, you know?
Yeah, very possible, very possible. I mean, it's a good track for me, you know?
Blah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that was funny. Just opening with a blah. It was like, okay. Yeah, it's Avatar. Can't really do any wrong at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl as well as Big Cartel where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?